The World Health Organization, the people who've been not only covering for China, basically carrying China's water as, they're just a neutral body. All they care about, look, they're just medical. They're just in it for the medicine. Do you know who their number one funder is? Us. You. Me. We account for over a quarter of their entire budget. So we have this health organization, this World Health Organization, that has been covering for communist China and all the things they've done horrifically wrong during this pandemic, and we pay for it. And not just we. I mean, it's nice to say that we. You pay for it. I pay for it. Our paycheck. That withholding that comes, that what? They took how much in taxes? That doesn't, honey, does that seem right? Oh, don't worry. Some of that money got sent to the World Health Organization to make sure China was not held accountable for releasing a deadly plague on the world. Oh, I'm not done. The UN, the United Nations, they just put China on the Human Rights Council. I'm not making this up. You can make the argument, with the exception of maybe North Korea, maybe Iran, you could make the argument China is the biggest violator of human rights on the planet today. We know they have concentration camps. We know this. It's not a guess. We know this for a fact. And they just got put on the Human Rights Council of the UN. That's like putting Jeffrey Dahmer on a council to oversee serial killers. It is. It's insanity. Oh, who pays for the UN? Who's the biggest contributor to the UN? Us. Hollywood. We all love Hollywood, right? Well, I mean, we hate the idiots who are in it, but we love the movies. Let's be honest. Even though all these actors and directors and producers are all nutballs, who doesn't want to go out and see the new box office hit out there? Take the fam out, munch some popcorn, some Sour Patch Kids. Who doesn't love the movies? Everybody loves the movies. Do you know that Hollywood won't put anything anti-China out? Do you know that if they even say something that in any way offends China, China will, without hesitation, pick up the phone and say, you need to delete that scene, or your movie's not going to be released here, and neither is the next one. And you know what the Hollywood producers say? Oh, okay, yes, boss, I'll delete it right now. That's not an over-dramatization. That happens every single time. There's a reason you never hear the word China in any negative way in any movie. So let me see if I understand this right. We personally fund the World Medical Organization that covers for China. We personally fund the United Nations, which has allowed China to do anything they want. We personally allow Hollywood to operate within our borders and produce anything we want, and they serve China. So tell me again where Vladimir Lenin was wrong about the capitalists arguing over who will get the contract to buy the rope that we'll hang ourselves with? Where was he wrong? And the very least, President Trump seems to be aware of it. Here is him.
Now, World Health, you have a World Health, very China-centric, as I say, very basically everything was very positive for China. Don't close your borders. They told me that, they strongly recommended, they're not telling me, but they strongly recommended that we not close our borders. That would have been a disaster. It would have been a total disaster. And literally they called every shot wrong. They didn't want to say where it came from. Look, we spend, for many years, we've been funding the world, as we say, W.H.O, the World Health Organization. And for years we funded them, and it's probably spending at least $58 million a year, but it's much more than that because then we fund some of the work they do, which is some good work. But we're going to look at it now because I think every step that they made, everything that they said was wrong, and always in favor of China. Keep it open, don't close the borders. Now, I didn't listen to them, and I did what I wanted to do, and it was a good move, but there were other things too, where it came from, the extent of it, how serious it was. They never viewed it as that serious. So, it's one of those things, and we're the one that is the primary funder. And so we're going to take a very strong look at that.
Thank goodness he's going to take a strong look. And I'm hearing that he's going to take a very strong look. And this is more than just tough talk. Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.